Good morning, everyone. So, we are going to be talking with Alicia Ryan. I apologize ahead of time. I had dental surgery yesterday, and this side of my mouth is very, very sore. So, if I'm talking funny, that is why. So, if I am talking funny during this live, for those of you joining, I was just saying I had dental surgery yesterday, so part of my mouth is very sore. I'm going to invite. This is waiting for Alicia. I've gotten smart now of waiting for people. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
I
did it.
or I text people ahead of time so we don't have like that awkward thing at the beginning where I'm like, I'm waiting to show up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good morning.
Right?
I'm just kind of waking up.
I totally feel you. I had dental surgery yesterday. Now I've said this times. So the side of my mouth is very sore. So it was funny because I was doing tape last night. I'm like, if you're looking for it, you can totally see that part of my mouth isn't moving right now.
That's all I'm going to be doing now. Is watching your left side of your mouth.
Well, it's so much freezing in when I'm home that I was actually slurring my words. So I'm like, and I have an audition to do tonight. So I had to wait for all the freezing to come out. And then my mouth was so sore after the freezing came out. So I'm like, what was the lesser of two evils?
Right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, you seem to be doing great.
I took a Tylenol and Advil before I popped on here. So they're just starting to kick in. Yeah.
Wow. Oh
Yeah,
my
gosh.
What was it? What was the surgery?
So I had a tooth fracture at the back here. With some white spots from like decalcification that they fixed along the gum lines just for like cosmetic stuff because we're in an industry where they're constantly doing close-ups. So my gums got a little beat up all the way along. So
man,
yeah,
poor girl.
Whatever.
Intense. Aw. Well, your smile looks great.
Thank you. How are you this morning? It's being tired.
I'm doing well. I know. I got my coffee going.
Oh, do you?
In my Bugs Bunny mug.
Oh, and there's like a mug thing happening on this.
That's a new one.
Yeah, it's my brain has too many tabs open.
That's awesome. Love it. Yeah, I'm doing. Oh, Jen Gardiner waved at me. This is my first live ever. So
is it? Yeah. If you see the screen, it's because it says wave.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing well. Last night I went to bed at 3:30 in the morning, which is the latest I think I've gone to bed since lockdown started.
Crazy.
So yeah, I'm like 4.5 hours sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm here, and yeah, I was editing a self-tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just in perfectionist mode. And I was wide awake, so I'm like, why not just keep going and send in the best auditions I can.
Like at the perfection mode because I've really had to make a practice of getting out of that. So luckily I was self-taping with somebody last night that's like, no, 3 takes and you're done. 3 takes and you're done. 3 scenes. And if I had been left to do this without this person, I probably would have done like 30 takes of each. So I'm like, and done.
That's a good philosophy. I feel like I usually tend to save my actual taping to like the last opportunity that I have to tape. Yeah. So I'm just kind of like, all right, I just got to go with wherever I am at this time. Yeah. And I don't usually have like 3 hours to play with like I did last night. So it was kind of nice actually to have the ability to just really sink into it and play with it more. And yeah, I feel like that was really helpful for me anyways. Like it was really nice to have a bunch of takes that I could actually choose from to send.
Yeah.
So as opposed to one good one.
Yeah, I was just gonna read the comments before they disappear quick. So Robin says you're doing great. I don't know if she's referring to me.
Robin. Probably both of us.
We're doing great. Thanks, Robin. And Kev, it says Sarge, but his name is Kev. Afternoon ladies waves back like a lunatic. Hi, waves.
Hello, hello. Afternoon. I'm like, what time is it?
He's in England.
He's in England. Okay.
But
Nice.
that's great though that you have to sink into it a lot.
Yeah.
Fun ones, but then I find that then you get too many takes and you're sitting there going, now that I've tortured myself by doing these billion takes, now I have to sit here and go through them all and pick which one. And then sometimes it's so close between like 2 takes and you're like, oh, but I like the way I said that line, but I don't like the way I said this.
That was me last night. I'm just like, I'm down to 4 that I really think I'd be happy to send, but then I was really watching really closely and just
like, and
but it wasn't as convincing here as it was there, and but anyway, I figured it out. It was fun.
So the thing that somebody's told me recently from taking a new class is when you're done your audition, was it fun? Did you make an impact? And there's like a couple other things you go through, but instead of focusing so much on how you said something, how did you make people feel? Like when you're done the whole tape, did you create the feeling that you wanted to get across by the end of it, instead of focusing on, did I say this line correctly, or did I say that line correctly, or did I hit the right moment in that sentence, right?
Yeah. Totally. I'm really trying to be more mindful of that. Yeah.
It's tough.
It is, but like, yeah, it's just the essence of what you're trying to communicate. Did that come through?
Yeah.
Or not? And if it did, fantastic. Yeah.
What part of the world are you in right now? Are you in
what part of the world?
Yeah.
I'm definitely in Toronto. Yeah, I'm in Toronto. I'm in my home, my hometown. Well, not my hometown, but where I live. My hometown is Wyerton. Yeah.
We have a cottage.
You what?
We have a cottage in Wyerton.
You do?
Family cottage.
Wow. That's so cool. Sorry, I'm just seeing all these things pop up. That's so amazing. I have no idea. I read a lot about you, but I didn't read that.
It's my.
Where is it?
So it's between Lion's Head and Tobermory. So it's just on the other side of Wyerton. It's my husband's family's cottage, so it's like a shared family cottage. It's like its own private beach, landlocked in the middle of a forest. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So we go up a couple times this summer. But yeah, that's really. It's your hometown. My parents are from Mildmay and Teeswater.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
So
small world, eh?
All up that way. But that's cool.
We've never met before, Jen and I, if anybody's listening.
Yeah,
I feel like I've known you for a while.
Right?
But only online.
Yeah. We're Instagram.
Really cool.
And like
we're Instagram friends.
Yeah.
Because we took a wonderful class together in the summer. Armstrong, and I was just like, everybody in that group is incredible, and I was just like, Jen, it's really cool. I want to connect with her, and so I added you to the Insta, and here we are.
Yeah, I was just asking because some people got displaced during lockdown, and some actors are like in different parts of the world right now.
Oh yeah,
town is like some other place. So
no. I don't have a home to go to in Costa Rica or anything, unfortunately. But no, I'm definitely in Toronto. I'm actually at my uncle. He's my really great family friend who lives alone. So he is bubbled with my partner and I. So there's the 3 of us. So I kind of like, I see him a lot and I see my boyfriend a lot. And then I go for walks with my friends that are around that can meet up outside safely. But yeah, so it's kind of nice to have 2 places to bounce back and forth from, because our place is rather tiny and his is not. And there's construction happening at my house right now. So I wanted to be here so that you could hear me.
Right?
Yeah.
That whole hearing thing.
It's actually quite important.
Yeah.
When you're trying to talk to someone.
Is it? Yeah. I try to self-tape. I don't know if you've seen the blooper on my profile of the self-tape that I tried to do with the reader that couldn't hear me.
I did
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I definitely have been in that situation a couple of times throughout this time. With the delay and everything.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. I think we should just all take, I always want to like take all my bloopers and just have like the most gigantic reel of bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be so fun to like take all of your friends and put it all together and just sit down one night for hours and watch them all.
Yeah. Is that you're not allowed to post like the actual like, self. So I had to post in between parts where I weren't actually saying the lines. So
right. Yeah.
But
even that would be funny.
Yeah, it sucks because you can't post the like the actual bloopers of the actual edition itself, but you can post the
Yeah.
I know well.
Right. So you're in Kitchener, right?
Yeah. We got some crazy snow last night.
Yeah, I bet you did. We got a little, but it's very pretty. I was up, obviously, at the hour of when it was coming down. It was very beautiful.
My car is currently buried.
Yeah.
I don't want to go dig it out.
Yeah. Don't do it until you have to.
Yeah. So give a little background on like your background, because not like my audience might follow you. So if you could give them a little background on who you are and how you got into acting and stuff.
Well, that's a long story. We got time, right? We got nothing but time. Okay, so I am very passionate about storytelling. I love to act, as do you, and sing, and I love doing voiceover work. And I'm also a substitute teacher in high schools whenever I'm able to, whenever I'm not auditioning or doing a performance gig. That is my job. So yeah, it works really well with our industry because it's super flexible and it's a really rewarding job, of course. And yeah, so I'm actually in the middle of creating like a proper kind of bio because I'm working on my website. Nice. Inspired by you also and many others, but yours is great. And just like the story in a nutshell of like how I got into wanting to be in this amazing industry. I like remember, I think I was 5 years old and my mom and dad took me to see The Ugly Duckling, like a ballet performance of that story when I was really, really young. And I was just like in awe of just the people on stage telling the story and just having the best time. And I was just like, I am so enthralled by this and I want to do this. And so, I don't know, as long as I can remember, I was always loving to sing and dance. And I just, I had not a care in the world. Like I would just love it so much, as most of us were like that. And so that kind of got me into dance lessons when I was 5, was through the Ugly Duckling performance. And like my mom would take me to the local, my Wyerton school would host the traveling live theater, and like just going to that once a month was just so magical. And I don't know, it's just the power of storytelling just swept me in super young. And so there was just like no turning back from that. I was just like, I want to do this and perform for as many people as possible because I know how much joy and excitement it brings to me and how moving it can be. And I want to do that for as many people as I can. So like, I was a figure skater, I was a dancer, I got into the local choir and started taking piano lessons and singing lessons. And it's a long story, I know, but like, I'm an old girl. I've been around a while, but
so old, like, old.
No, but yeah, I just decided that like this is going to be it. Like this is the industry I'm meant to be in. And so I went to Wilfrid Laurier for music. I wasn't sure if I should go to like Sheridan or Randolph for musical theater, because at the time, like, that was what I really wanted to focus on. But then I was like, no. And my parents were kind of like, why don't you just go do voice, study voice, and then you'll have a degree. And then because I was a figure skating coach and a swimming instructor, and so teaching was always like something that I shone in as well. It was a strength. So I went and did that, had a great time, failed a lot. I mean, it was hard.
Yeah.
University was hard, but I got through it, and I grew a lot from it, and went to teachers college, and then I started supply teaching right away, because I knew that I didn't want to. I realized full-time teaching was not for me. But I was happy to have teaching in my life. And then I kind of supply taught a lot in Wyerton and like London area, because I was dating someone from the Woodstock area. So I was kind of like supply teaching all over the place, driving to Toronto for random auditions. I didn't have an agent at the time, but I'd come in for like cattle call type things. And then I'm just like, okay, I just got to come to Toronto. That it's just calling me. I just need to be there and just make it all happen, because that's what I need to do. So anyway, I came to Toronto 10 years ago without a job, as we do. And I got a great serving job soon after I got here. I was at the restaurant serving, about to leave, and then all these teachers and TDSB people came in from this pep rally across the street at the ACC at the time.
Oh, wow.
And they come in, and they're like clearly needing my help. So I get back on the floor, and I get at this to this table where there's like the director of education and like all these principals, and we were just having the best time. And they're just like, we need you working with our kids. Because I told them I'm trying to get on the board as well. And I like sang for them over top of the loud music. And they're just like, you're amazing. Like, we need you working for our board. And so it just kind of like helps speed up the process of getting on the supply list. And then 3 or 4 years after I was in Toronto, I finally got my first agent. It's a grind, right? Maybe, I think it was 3 years. And then, so that was a great day. And then I'm with a different agency now. And anyway, I am just so happy to be in it. It's so crazy. And like, sometimes I'm just like, can I just be a full-time teacher and be completely like fulfilled? But no, I cannot. So this is my life. And I love it, and I wouldn't like change it for anything. There's nothing else I'd rather do. So
it's completely okay to be a multi-passionate. Like I
know you are. I feel like most of us are these days, right?
And I feel the reason we feel that we need to choose one thing is because we get that put into our heads in school, that you need to pick what you want to do with your life. Where really they should be encouraging multi-passionate entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
Nobody is just one thing, so why do we have to choose one thing? There's this saying that you can't cross two bridges with one ass, excuse my language. But at the same time, you can build the one bridge and then build another bridge and then build another bridge, right? So then you've got these 3 bridges built that you can alternate in between, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's my philosophy or my feeling on it.
That maybe I'll get you to send that to me. I like that line. I just want to say I see my friend Jason Grizel's on here.
You
I want to say to him.
I can comments on Robin's live. I'm like, why can't I see the comments?
I can only see that he joined. That's all. I can only see him. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh,
Can you see comments?
yes. I can see. I can see one at a time anyway, so I probably missed a lot.
Robin, what comments on your live?
That's so weird. I think we all just have different.
Yeah.
What's Josh saying?
So Josh says, woohoo, WLU. Kev said, I was dressed like John Wayne when I was 5, never got into acting though. Then Josh says, I'm a full-time teacher and always felt the need to continue to make music and conduct community ensembles. It's important to fill your own cup. Also, but keep kicking butt, Alicia. And Robin says, I know a guy.
I know a guy. Yeah, we just gotta do what our heart's telling us to do, right?
And on that note, I always like to ask this question because I'm actually making a compilation of people's answers. What advice would you tell your younger self, give your younger self?
Oh,
not to put you on the spot.
I like this. Okay, what advice would I give myself if I were younger?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Whew.
Now that you've been
now that I've been through it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think about this sometimes. Like, would I change anything?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean, I don't know how you feel about this, but like, would you change anything? Because all of the things that we've gone through, all of the rejection and all of the hard times and all of the great times and all of the yeses, and all of the no's, have led us to where we are now. And like, it's all experience, it's all learning, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, that is life, is learning how to make it more of what you want it to be, right? I think about this a lot. I mean, I don't have all the answers, but I don't know. Like, if I were to give myself a piece of advice, like, be bold in like all of my choices that I make. Like, I'm really trying now, like, to, like, you have a instinct to do something, you have a desire to do something, like, do it full on and like give it everything that you've got. If you've got something that you want to accomplish, whether it be in a scene or in life, right? Like, just do it to the extent that you feel it is where it needs to be. Like, just be bold. Yeah, and like,
afraid to go after what you want.
Sorry?
Like, don't be afraid to go after what you want, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, and don't be small about it. Like, be brave, go with courage, and just do it the way you know you truly want to do it. Instead of holding back. Like, I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
Today, I think I always will be. I don't know, because like, even today, me being bold and courageous today is going to be a different version tomorrow, I think.
Exactly. Well, it's true, because like, when I first came up with this idea to do coffee chat, live crap out of me. I hate doing live TV, live anything, because of that perfectionist mindset. Like what if it goes wrong, right?
Yeah.
After you do a couple of them, you're like, you survived, and it's not as bad anymore. And I think the reason we don't dive in sometimes is because we're afraid because of the change, and it's new and we don't know what's going to happen. So we make excuses in our head to not do something because we're afraid of the outcome. And sometimes we're making things worse in our brain than they're actually going to be, and we just need to bite the bullet and just go.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I've done something and I've been like really nervous about it / excited, because it's really the same thing, right? And then I do it and like, I know that I wasn't like completely grounded in it, or like I didn't execute in completely the way that I wanted to. And then you do it in that way. And after, you're just like, man, if I could only do it one more time, because it really wasn't that bad. Like, and then you just feel that much greater about it. But yeah, it's so funny, like our minds and nerves and everything. But like, I've definitely gotten better over the years at like knowing how to deal with performance anxiety and just using your breath and just like grounding yourself beforehand and like using that nervousness / excitement to your advantage in whatever it is that you're doing, right? Like,
yeah, no, and that Kev says your cup has shrunk, Jen. Well,
yeah. It's like half the size.
I had to change up the sayings, okay?
I like it.
My brain has too many tabs open, which is totally true right now.
And like on the same kind of note, like not being afraid to fail is definitely something I feel like we all,
and then I think that's the main failure
are trying to do better at.
Yeah, or one of the main failures. Like, if I feel like the failures is failure is one of the top two. The other one's a fear of rejection. Fear that either reject us or leave us, depending on what we do. And leave us in a sense of you might get fired or you might not get the role, or like not leave us and like you're in a relationship and somebody's going to leave, but leave in a sense of that thing that you're going after might leave your life if you go after it. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Falling forward. Failing forward is
feeling forward fast or feeling, there's like a full saying on that one. Feeling forward fast, feeling forward often. Yeah.
Often, all the time. Yeah, as long as it's something that's leading you closer to your goal, then you're doing great. And with good intentions, like with you're not trying to harm anybody or anything, then you're golden. It's only going to help, right? Yeah.
Kev says writing is back to front on your cup, Jen. No, it's just because I'm using my front camera on my phone so that it reverses everything. Yeah. So this is our right side right here, but it might be on your left. I don't know.
It's on my left.
Yeah. Whatever. Something has to.
I am so impressed by everything that you do, and like you have 5 children on top of everything that you do. I just think that's incredible.
Yeah, they're I think a handful some days, and other days it's totally fine, right? And that's just life. And I think that's in any sense. Somebody who doesn't have 5 children might have something completely other thing. I can't talk this morning. Like out of their life, the words are not coming out of my mouth.
Well, you have a really good excuse.
Anybody that's joining, I had dental surgery yesterday, and my mouth is vibrating with me right now. Yes, so like anybody else, like everybody's got their own crap going on, and just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So I don't like to say like my stuff's bigger than anybody else's. Mine's just affecting me in a different way that it might affect somebody else. And same thing with the other crap that's going on in your life or another person's life. Everybody has their own stuff, and I think it's just finding a way that works for you that you can navigate it.
Yeah. Exactly. And having the tools in the tool belt and feel on the way, right?
And you develop those tools as you get experience. Like, now I'm okay with lives. I'm like, oh, if Tyler comes out and screams at Robin, it's totally okay.
Exactly. It only adds to the excitement.
And he did on Monday because he just woke up a 6-year-old.
I saw that. That was great.
There's some spider survived on the live. My teenager was crawling on the floor as Robin was telling me I'm like, she really thinks I'm like ignoring her right now. It's like, and I said,
it's your life. Yeah.
I feel like Friday lives aren't as eventful as Monday lives.
Well, guess we'll find out.
Right.
On Monday.
He's in school right now. He's not on break. Yeah.
Okay.
Like virtual school, and
Yeah.
Tyler's for once, which is why I usually try and plan them at 9 o'clock in the morning, because usually I can encourage him to sleep in when I have lives.
Yes, that's good.
Rob, this is meeting your family. Thanks, Rob.
So your kids do not have a PD day today.
So they're in lockdown still. Have virtual school.
Yeah.
I know. Because you're with a different school board. We're with the regional school.
Right. Yeah, we have a PD day today.
I'm sure they had a PD day. It's probably a big wish.
Yeah.
But they'll have virtual school. But my other two are actually with the Waterloo Catholic School Board, because my oldest daughter, Lexi, she wanted to do their special phys ed program. It's called PETE. You have to try out for it, and they only accept like 100 students into it, and she managed to get a spot. Wow. Yeah.
Great.
So we sent, Reese was going to a different high school, and we kind of wanted to combine them all into one high school, so we didn't have like a bajillion different schools, because Tyler's in a different school because of his age, and Mackenzie's in a different school because of her age, and like it's just too much. So at least we're trying to combine the high schools. So they're technically going to a Catholic school, but it's because Lexi wanted to do that special phys ed program that they don't offer anywhere else. So
gotcha.
It's like boot camp. I don't know why she wants to do it. It's literally like boot camp every day. Like they're carrying eggs upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. She has to what? Carry.
Like one of their exercises, they carry sandbags up flights of stairs for 5 kids. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. At 15.
Yeah. That was not me in high school, but good for her.
I like sports, but I have no desire to carry sandbags upstairs. Like I'm a soccer.
Wow, she's gonna be strong.
She is, yeah. She's like ripped, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a ringette player too, so her sport, yeah. Mm.
Very cool. And you're like doing some pretty awesome workouts during the quarantine.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've listened to my past lives. So I have like an eating, or had an eating disorder.
Right. Yeah.
So I've come to the conclusion where I need to focus more on just getting stronger and fitter. Is fitter a word? More fit?
I think so.
More fit or more fitter? Fit.
It's probably the more proper way.
Somebody who has a dictionary, please tell me. So that is my focus, because even though you overcome the eating disorder, there's still those neural pathways in there that can cause triggers. So if I focus on being thin, then it brings the triggers back again with the talking.
You're doing great.
But yeah, so my focus is getting stronger, and my focus is getting healthier and fitter. And if that results in becoming thinner, okay, but that's not my focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do like, my goal is 10 chin-ups. And my goal is to get this wall climbing thing down. I don't know if you saw that too, where
I did not see that.
The headstand up against the wall, where you keep raising your feet up every time you do like a push-up to headstand.
Oh my.
I will send you the video.
Can you demonstrate?
It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, please do send me a video.
Yeah, it was
do this.
Pretty comical, because my feet kept sliding down the wall. Shoes are when you're trying to do a headstand again. You need shoes.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, you would be very slippery otherwise.
Right? So yeah, it's a learning process. But yeah, because I've got so many action thriller type roles this year, I really want to not only look the part, but feel the part. And I feel when your aesthetics match what you're doing, when you actually know you are capable of doing 10 chin-ups or a bajillion push-ups, or that, when you're playing a character that you know can do that, it helps with your character process and your mentality and how strong you feel internally, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more, just like what our clothing, like our costuming, everything that adds to the character to make it more real. Like, even physicality, of course, it's going to make you that much more that character.
Yeah. And even if I have like a six-pack, if I can do 10 chin-ups, then I know internally that I am a strong person, right? And if my character is a strong person, even if I'm not ripped, then that strong mentality. So people sometimes miss that part of character development. They're not at like an upper level of their acting. Like if they're starting out, they kind of skip over that. And I feel like that's a part that should be talked about in classes, that type of stuff. You might need to go into that part of character development to help it build it out, especially when you get a lead role.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for the first role I get where I actually like get to work with the trainer. I'm pretty good at like self-motivating myself to move every day.
Yeah.
But that would be so helpful.
Yeah, can somebody just tell me what to do?
Yeah, exactly. And be there beside me.
Yeah.
No, I'm also I'm trying to get stronger physically.
Like weight training stuff or just like
I've never been one to like lift like heavy weights. Yeah, I don't know. It's just nothing that I've been drawn to personally.
Yeah.
So I am more of a lighter weight, many reps type of person, and using my own body weight.
The calisthenics.
Yeah, calisthenics. But I've just been doing a lot of following like great YouTube channels, and like a couple of my friends are fitness instructors, Pilates instructors, and so I've got some of their videos that I do at home, and so yeah, like I like a lot of like yoga, Pilates, dance, bar kind of infused workouts. That's more my jam. But like there's like push-ups involved, and body weights more my thing. Like I've never been one to really love going to a gym to like push the iron. It's just not what I'm drawn to, but I'm not opposed to it. It's just so far in my life, this is more my style, and like I just love going out for walks and like getting out in nature and just moving that way, and sometimes amping up the speed to get my heart rate going. But and running, I've got more into that, especially since last March. Like when the weather is nice, I like to go for runs, but I'm one of those people I'm scared to run in the winter time, mainly just because I've almost slipped so many times in the winter walking that I just know that if I try to run in the winter, I'm gonna hurt myself. So I'm just avoiding it because I don't. Yeah, there's no. Oh, we got a question. There's no way that I can avoid potentially falling in the wintertime. So it's fine.
Do you know Angela Bell?
I do now.
Okay, so she runs all the time, and I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like I don't know if I see her, but I'm just very like I admire her for doing that all year round, because I play soccer, but I'm not into running for long distances. I'll kick a ball back and forth on a field for an hour, but I'm not gonna like go run. Yeah, so I admire her for consistently going out no matter what the season or what the weather.
Yeah, that's her.
Quick question. Quick question. When you do filming and you get given clothes to wear for a specific scene and things, do you keep them or do you have to give them back?
If only we could keep them, right?
So they're
great question.
Yes. Usually we have to give them back.
90% of the time. I have got to keep a few things from a couple different shoots, but that was a very lucky day, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing I've gotten to keep from a shoot was a bra that they specifically bought for my size.
Yeah, but yeah, I got to keep leggings, like, because I was a skating coach for a print ad, and some really nice leggings.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, same thing, like a bra that was meant just for me.
Yeah. No, we
so yeah, that's about it. And everything else, give it right back.
Right. And some of the clothes like you really, really want to keep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So then I end up asking, so where'd you get this? So I know.
When you do sell it eventually in a wardrobe sale,
yeah,
you know, maybe give me a discount. No.
Yeah, usually because they're using them for other productions after you, so that's why you're giving them back, because when they buy stuff, or they're using part of the inventory they've already bought, so they're going to use it on other productions. That's why we have to give them back. Yeah. Yeah.
What are people saying on there? I'm not really looking too much.
It says tight then ain't they, like with the thinking thing, meaning like they're not budget tight as that they want to use their stuff for other productions. Yeah. I feel like you don't get to keep stuff until you get to like the level of like Chris Evans and Kristen Annie Bell, and then if they ask for something, they might give it to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But they put stuff back usually. Yeah. I think it's like a very rare occasion where they like an outfit, even at that level.
Yeah, or they're just like, here's the money, I'll pay for it. I don't know. Probably not. I'm just making up stories. Who knows, right?
So what are you focusing more on right now with your acting? Are you trying to focus on theater? Are you trying to do TV and film or voiceover? You're trying to do like some of each?
Well, more so TV, film, and voiceover. Those are like my main focuses, but as I mentioned, I love it all. But yeah, no, I'm definitely open to all of those mediums. But yeah, TV, film is definitely where my heart's at, and voiceover is amazing. And I love that it doesn't matter what you look like. It's all about what you bring from within.
Yeah.
Which is
sorry? So you're probably gonna really enjoy Clubhouse because they can't see you.
Yeah. I mean, I do love the in-person stuff, but Clubhouse is very cool. Thank you again for hooking that up.
Yeah, you can roll out of bed and nobody will even know.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I've only listened to one and a little bit of another so far. Since I got on the other day, but the one you sent me that starts at 8:00, it's an actors group. What's it called again?
So that's the business of acting, and then there's one morning. It runs morning like every. That's the Actors Breakfast Club. So it actually starts after our live at 10:00.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't get on there today. I started doing online workouts.
Oh, nice.
With my parents over Zoom.
Oh, wow.
So because I went to bed so late last night, we postponed it to 10:30-ish. Yeah. So I'll be doing that afterwards. Yeah, it's like a way of actually being with them, but not obviously. I haven't seen my family since July, which is a long time for us.
Crazy.
So I just figured this was a good thing we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At work, yeah.
It's
unfortunate. One day we will
come back together again.
Hey, people.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank God for technology through all this, though.
Yeah, can you imagine what this would be like if this was even 15 years ago?
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. Social media like just started to come out, I think, at the end of our high school years, right?
Yeah, like
we had like what was that green app that you get on the computer? You know what I'm talking about? It was like a chat app.
Chat app on the computer. Well, I only use Messenger and ICQ.
ICQ, that's it.
ICQ. Uh-oh.
And that's all we had at the, like, when we were in high school. This
Oh,
is
I know. And I spent a lot of time on that dial-up. We only had dial-up at the time.
yeah.
Yeah. My parents are like, you were with your friends all day at school. Why do you need to talk to them all day, like all night?
Well, thanks.
Yeah. Should be a teenager again. Yeah,
So
I see you in Messenger. I didn't get Facebook until like 2006.
I don't think it was around until then because it
Yeah.
came out just before my son Lucas was born, who is 14 or turning 14 this year. So
Okay.
yeah. So it's
Wow.
around for 14 years. So if this happened back when we were in high school, we wouldn't have any of this type of connections.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'd
So
have ICQ,
like,
maybe.
no. Or because we were so used to entertaining ourselves, it might have been better.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. I've always been pretty good at that. I've had no trouble filling the time.
Right? Yeah.
But we learned that when we
Yeah.
were young, I guess, right? Our
Yeah.
generation.
Because we didn't have all this, so we had to go outside and make up games, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the days of being a kid. And you grow up, you have to pay for bills.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Have you seen TikToks that are like, I don't want to adult today?
No, I actually haven't spent too much time on TikTok.
I don't
But
even go on, but those are like, I go on for if I need like a laugh because
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What I've seen,
Mm.
there's a lot of funny stuff, but I haven't seen I Don't Want to Adult Today.
Yeah,
Now
so
I'll go look for it.
like I don't want to adult today, and they wrap themselves in this like big comforter, and then they fall on their bed like a burrito.
Oh, I want to do that. Maybe I'll make one of those videos.
Oh, nothing like a game of bulldog in the street. Yes, right.
What was that?
Nothing like a game of bulldog in the street. Like playing, yeah, like playing
Oh,
games with
bulldog.
your friends, like or
Oh, no.
oh, what was that game we used to play where you had to like catch the person?
I'm thinking Red Rover.
Yeah, there's that one, and there's another game we used to play where like you're running away from people. Like one person would be it, and if you got caught, you'd have to go into like this almost like a jail. Oh, what was it called?
Oh, Prison Ball.
Yes,
Yes.
all these games. Like I remember them, I don't remember the names.
Yes. That's a good one. Prison Ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know Bulldog. I'm sure I do. I just can't think of. I'm sure I played it. I just don't recall how to play.
The bulldog is in England.
Okay. Yes. But yeah, just good old fashioned fun.
Right.
Nothing
And
like it.
they could do that today, but it's pretty blustery outside, and I feel I'm not going to be able to encourage them to go outside.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
blowing past my window as we talk.
Yeah, I guess we could maybe build a snowman with the snow that we now have. Again.
While being blasted with snow, yes.
Yeah. It looks like good packing snow from what I can tell.
I'm not really wanting to go outside, but I will later. It's a myth that Canadians don't feel cold.
Yeah. Oh, we do.
Much so, I am constantly wrapping myself in things that make me warm.
Oh, Jen, me too. Like, if I were not alive right now, I would definitely have a robe on. I'd probably have a blanket on my lap. Hey! That's what, yeah, it's warm in here actually. It heats up. So, yeah, I hear you. I run cold. So, all the cozy, warm things as often as possible is definitely how I do. Yep.
Right.
I get it.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of myths Canadians that we don't live in igloos. As you can plainly see, I'm not in an igloo.
No, I would love to live in an igloo for a night or two.
Would you? Yeah.
There's like to try.
I can't remember where I saw it, but there's this school project, I think, with the Toronto School Board, or this kid was part of the Toronto School Board, and it just popped up on my feed, but I forget where I saw it, where they built a colorful igloo.
Ooh.
Bricks were all different colors. It was so neat. I'll have to.
Wow.
Sure.
That's cool. Yes, please do.
I don't know what It was in one of my feeds, and I was too tired to remember which one, but I will find it and I will post it to my stories because it was really neat. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Same as Bulldog, except not one person is it. Everyone is. Okay. Okay, so Bulldog, everyone's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. That sounds like an energetic game.
Right? Does anyone have any questions for Alicia?
I'm the only one in the office at the moment. And no heating at all. Oh gosh. All I got is a coffee.
See,
I'm glad you have a coffee.
You need a blanket.
Need an emergency blanket at the office.
Right? Yeah, I'd be like doing that. If my office was cold, I'd be bringing a blanket to work.
Yep, totally.
Or to bring a little heater to when I had a cake shop, because the heating wasn't that great in the shop. I used to bring a little heater to stick under the table so at least my feet wouldn't freeze.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited to see your new segments that are coming up with you doing your decorating.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to figure out more stuff to post for content. Do you ever have that issue just trying to figure out what the heck can I share that people are actually going to be interested in?
Yeah. Well, I think of a lot of things that I could post that, yeah, obviously you're like, you want people to get something out of it. Right. Yeah. But I definitely don't post nearly as much as I should, whatever. Like I just post whenever I feel compelled to. I don't let it stress me out too much. You're way more on the social media posts than I am, which is a good, great. But
some of that comes from a business background, and sometimes I approach things all the time like a business. So I approach acting like a business too, and that's just because for the past 17 years I've been an entrepreneur, so that's how I approach things. And I think that's why I'm always thinking is this going to appeal to the people on my page? Because from a business standpoint, you're like, is this suited for my ideal customer avatar? And these people aren't my customers. Well, depends on if they're watching my movies or not. Then technically yes, but they're like people I interact with and people that I'm creating relationships with. Are they going to be interested in? Because I don't want to bore everyone.
Right. Yeah.
So I have 17 years of cake decorating experience, and we're all locked at home. It might be fun to share some activities that either you yourself could do if you're bored and at home by yourself, or if you're stuck at home with a bunch of kids like I am, you could do these with your kids.
Yeah, multitasking. That's great.
And you're seeing where you will be and not where you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always looking in the future.
Totally.
Yeah. That's
great. No, I'm trying to embrace social media more. And yeah, and just share when I feel like sharing. But I just don't know how people like post so often. I'm like, it's so time consuming, like on top of everything else you need to do in your life.
So when you're seeing people constantly posting, they might not be actually posting in real time.
Yeah, I realize that. But still, it takes a lot of time to make that content.
It depends. So learning tricks along the way, you can do what's called batch content creation, where you take just one day and you create a whole batch of content.
Yeah.
Take another couple hours and you schedule all that content using a third party. And a lot of businesses do that, and not even a lot of businesses, even like a lot of influencers do that, because it does take time. So instead of like creating content this day and creating content this day, they'll take like one entire day, plan everything out and create their content in that entire day. And then they'll take one other day and they'll write out their captions and everything that goes with it and schedule it all into their third party, and it automatically posts it for them. So it's not necessarily what you're seeing might not be them posting in real time. They might be doing something like that where they do batch content creation and then batch scheduling, and then they go on about their day. Where is somebody like in our profession, we can't always do that. And I find that it's not productive to do that, because there are things that pop up in entertainment that are in real time, that you need to post on the fly sometimes, right? So that's where I feel there's like a disconnect between actors in business and social media, because there's so much content teaching social media for business. And technically, as an actor, you are an entrepreneur, but you need to approach social media in a different way, because you're not appealing to trying to sell people a product. You're trying to people to get to watch your stuff, to create relationships with you, to build a community, right? So there's some crossover, and then there's some that you need to take bits and pieces and adapt it to yourself.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Totally makes sense. Yeah. No, it's helpful. Yeah, no, I'm definitely getting more comfortable with it all. It's just I think it's just like anything. Just the more you practice, the more you do it, like the faster you get, and it's just like figuring out how to use things properly. Like I haven't really made a proper TikTok yet, with like, you know, like the quick edits and stuff. Like I spent most of my time figuring out my recording studio during this time. It's so complicated, right? But anyway, I'm baby steps. I'm figuring it out, but I'm trying to like also realize like I will post when I feel like it, and I know it's important, and I love connecting with people more so in real life, but like this is an awesome tool. But I mean, the main focus, my energy needs to be on the work. And like putting the time into like creating the best auditions and creating the best work for every job. Like that is where I realize like I need to just make sure I'm putting that as number one, and all this extra stuff is like extra.
And see, and that depends on your goals with social media, right? Like some people do generate connections with people in the industry. Some people use it just as a marketing tool to be like, hey, I exist, right? So it all depends on goals with it. And I feel like you need to be active in all profiles, but if you are going to create something on a different social media platform and you're not going to be 100% active on it, then I would at least post something to let people know where you are active. So at least you had on that platform. Like on my Facebook page, I'm not that active on it anymore. So I've got a pinned post that says, I'm not very active here, me on Instagram, right? Right? Yeah. So at least they're searching for me on that platform, and they come to my profile and say like, oh, okay, well, I can connect with her over here.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. That's smart. I might have to borrow that. Anyway, it's just my way of like not putting so much pressure on myself, because I don't know, it's just it's a lot. And
and you don't want to put extra pressure on your goal right now is to build your craft, then this is like another tool to help you to get it out.
Exactly. Which I'm very grateful for, and I think it's awesome if it's used properly. Right?
Make good with your social media, people.
Exactly. No, but like this, like I've never gone on myself and like done a live, like baby steps. Here we are.
Right.
And like honestly, this kind of has been like something that is like scary to me. So I'm like, yes, I am going to say yes to Jen, and I am going to do this because like I don't know, conversations in person, like no problem. But like knowing that like people are watching, like I'm just like, that just scares me, because I'm like, what happens if I like say something that I totally normally wouldn't say? But again, practicing just not worrying about being perfect, and
and that comes from a fear of judgment
and rejection.
My mouth has failed to work. And I'm still here. So I again, for those of you just joining, Jen had dental surgery yesterday.
Yes, she did. She's doing very well, but the left side of her face doesn't really move.
This part of my mouth is having its own mind today. Anyways, yeah, it comes back to a fear judgment, and I totally get it, because like I was saying, I had a severe fear of lives, because I used to do live TV when I was teaching cake decorating. You had like 7 minutes to finish an entire project. So if something went wrong, like, oh crap. And then, little story on that, again, you survive. I didn't actually finish a project in 7 minutes one time, and they had to bring me back on at the end to show the finished thing. So if like you do a live and something goes wrong, realize that you will still be here, and you'll get to learn from it. And
exactly,
somebody might actually appreciate your F up and be able to connect with it, because again, you're a real human. If you could see my, now this might look perfect right here. My living room is a disaster because I have children. So when you show people the full you and do the full thing and just show up, and if something goes wrong, people understand and they connect. Totally. And while you might get a troll, I've been really lucky where I haven't actually had a troll yet. So maybe I'm not putting myself out enough that the trolls know about me. But yeah, you showed up and you did the same thing. You conquered your fear. Now you've done one, and now we're expecting you to see you all the time on live.
Yeah, I know. No pressure, right? I get to chat with Robin.
Nice.
Your friend Robin. In a little while in March.
That's awesome.
So I signed up for another one. I was like, maybe I shouldn't commit until I do the first one. But I'm like, nope, I'm saying yes, and I'll make it happen. Right. It'll be fine.
That's awesome.
And this has been a lot of fun, and it's just nice to finally talk with you in person.
Virtual face-to-face.
Virtually face-to-face, exactly. And I also want to try watching. I want to check out Zoe's playlist that you mentioned.
Oh, yeah. So, you can usually so the funny thing is, it doesn't air. It does air in Canada, but it's hard to find after the fact in Canada. So you can buy season 1 on Apple or Google and stuff for like $20.
Right.
The new episodes, if you have NBC channel, you can watch them every Tuesday at 8 live on NBC. And if you don't happen to catch it on NBC live on TV, you can like get like a VPN, change your location to the United States, and then go on the most recent episode on NBC.com.
Okay.
Which is
what's it called again? Zoe's
Extraordinary Playlist.
Extraordinary Playlist. Okay.
It's got and Jane Lee, cool. And a whole bunch of amazing people. So yeah.
Okay. I'll add it to the never-ending list.
Yes.
Of things to watch.
Let's check the comments one more time before I let you go. Lee says it makes you real. When she was talking about her, when I was talking about her F-ups. I'm like swearing. Yeah. I feel it's the pain.
Subconsciously.
Yeah.
You feel like you need to get it out. Fine.
Jen inspired me to chat with you on IG Live. Yay!
Yeah. Aw. That's sweet. I'm excited. Yeah, no, like facing the fears, right? So
sorry, one thing before we go. Do you have any projects that you want people to check out?
I wish I could say I did, but I don't. No, I know you've got a lot of stuff coming out, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just working on getting the next project.
Right.
Yeah. So I have an animated feature film.
Nice.
That I did do the voiceover work in.
Mm-hmm.
For a character. I did that a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
And it's still in post-production. So I'm really hoping that it comes out soon, because I'd really love to see it and would like the world to see it. Mm. Yeah, it's a great story. But other than that, Jen, I'm just trying to take this time to work on my marketing, getting better at social media, and creating a website, and actually finishing my IMDb page, getting on LinkedIn, like all the things that I should have done already. I'm just putting the time into that and trying to give my all to every opportunity that I'm given. And just keep on hustling until, I mean, I'll always keep hustling because you're always going to do a job and then have to get another one. Right. So, yeah. But
they can follow your journey, though, right? On acquiring all these projects. They can blah, blah, blah.
Acquiring all the wonderful projects that are coming all of our ways.
Yeah. Alicia's going to talk for me because my mouth has given up. They can follow Alicia's journey. You can follow Alicia. All the people watching can follow Alicia's journey over on Alicia's page.
Yes, that's right.
Your username is Alicia Ryan, and I will tag her when I post the replay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I look forward to connecting with maybe some new people.
I'm going to butcher your name. McClend. You know who you are. You said this. You are both great. Nice to see you both live. I can't see your real name because it only shows us usernames.
Okay. I can only see Daryl94 at the moment.
Okay, so there was one above that already left you and it says you are both great. Nice to see you both live. And thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah.
So
awesome. People came to watch us talk to each other / hopefully whoever came got something out of it.
Yeah. We gotta let the poor tired Alicia go though, because she has to work it.
I told my parents, we're just gonna do something very zen today.
Very
probably a nice like restorative yoga class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, ladies. That was fantastic as usual. Great afternoon chat again. Got a smile on my face again.
Bye. Sarge.
Thank you, everyone.
Seems like a wonderful person.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm going to post the show notes as I usually do as soon as I can go through this whole thing and get them together. It usually takes me about 24 hours, but there will eventually be show notes if you want to skip to a specific part in our chat. I will tag all of Alicia's stuff below here too, so you can make sure to go follow her journey, and maybe one day we'll have her back on.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks again for bringing me here, and I look forward to chatting with you online, and someday in person we will meet.
Exactly.
In person.
Thanks, Alicia.
Okay, thanks. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.